to this week's episode of Girl Talking Cocktails. I think I'm Oprah Winfrey, A, because she's my idol, and B, because I think I can sing all of a sudden like her. Every time I like listen to myself, I'm like, who do I think I am? It's so funny, but now it's like literally something that I like do without even thinking about it. So my apologies for the bad voice. But anyways, welcome back, ladies. I am having a latte today versus cocktails because yesterday was Valentine's Day and we invited friends over and to book some of our California stuff, so super exciting, and we drank a lot of wine. So I was like, today, some lattes. So it's what? Lattes and girl talk and lattes today? Okay, so anywho, let's get to it. Let's talk about 3 topics. The first topic we're going to talk about is cocktail recipes. So I was doing my blogging calendar / YouTubing calendar for the month of March, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like getting around springtime, and I do a lot of entertaining in the spring, and I do a lot of cocktail entertaining in the spring. So I wanted to share with you my favorite cocktails or my favorite wines and things like that, or how to make them at home. So A, I'm gonna tell you what my favorite is, but B, I was thinking if you guys have any cocktail recipes that you wanna share, put them down below, girl, because I need some new ones in my life. I get so excited about hearing from you guys. I know I say it all the time, but it's true, I really do. And I thought if you're not physically in my videos, I will give you credit where credit is due if it is your recipe. So let me know your favorite recipe, cocktails that is, down below. And my favorite cocktail, although it's not really cocktail, it's wine, I am a wino at heart, is Riesling. Guys, if you have never had Riesling, you need to go out and get some and buy some and drink it. You are gonna be like, oh, that Kathleen, she's a lifesaver. It is so good. It is a sweet white wine. It's not as sweet as like ice wine or Moscato, but if you like those kinds of wine, I'm sure you'll like Riesling. It's somewhere like, it's the perfect balance, I think. Somewhere in the middle. There's 2 kinds of Riesling. There's German Riesling and Australian Riesling. I mean, those are the 2 regions. Those are the 2 places in the world that kind of are known to make Riesling. I'm sure other countries, other places make them, but my favorite is German Riesling. It is fruitier in flavor versus Australian Riesling that's more like lemony, if that makes any sense. But go out and try it. If you want me to give you like a recommendation, like an inexpensive bottle of Riesling, it's called Relax Riesling. It comes in a blue bottle. They sell it like at every wine store, I'm sure. Like I pick it up everywhere, and it's like $11 or something like that. So it's really good for the price. So I definitely say go drink some and then come back and let me know how amazing it was. It's so good. Oh my god, I love it so much. That's what I had a lot of yesterday, so not so good. Okay, next topic. On the topic of cocktails, we're gonna move right into my second favorite topic of the entire universe, and that is food. I mean, guys, I love food, and some people would say they're foodies. I say I'm just a fat ass. No offense to anyone, I'm only calling myself a fat ass, so, and my husband. I usually go, oh god, babe, we're such fat asses, but it's just that we love food so much, and I think that's why I love entertaining so much and cooking so much. I mean, it literally is one of my passions. I love it so much. And like I said, if you guys have any food recipes, just like any cocktail recipes, like let me know. I love to try new things, but you know, I usually do PSAs, and I usually, you know, confess certain things with you guys, you know, just keeping it real. So I wanted to confess this week that, you know, I'm a fat ass. I mean, what else can I say? Okay, seriously, I think about food. Breakfast is my favorite meal, and I think about breakfast when I'm showering in the morning. How bad is that? Is it that bad? Let's be honest. It's amazing. It's so good. And fun fact, I normally don't have meat, or very little meat. I'm not a vegetarian. It's just, I did actually, I was a vegetarian for like, when I was planning my wedding, for no reason. It just really, to be honest, my body, like when I stopped eating meat, like I never felt bloated. I never felt like heavy. You know, like when you eat, you're just like, although I love to eat, so I quite often feel that way. But you know what I mean? And I didn't actually for like the whole year that I was planning my wedding. And even in some months, I actually went full vegan where I didn't even have dairy or like any dairy, cheese, anything like that. But you know, a girl needs her burger once in a while, so I don't know that I'll ever be like a full-blown vegetarian, maybe one day, but I actually don't have I really don't consume a lot of meat. So yeah, that's just a fun fact about food for you. But I love food so much, so I will try anything. Maybe not anything. Maybe if you don't tell me what it is and you just let me try it and then tell me, I probably would try it. But if you tell me what it is, I don't know that, you know, I'm out to eat like, I don't know, a roach. But anywho, that's it, my friends. I am Kathleen Pagan and I am a fat ass. And for all you foodies out there that feel the same way, please tell me you agree and you love it just as much as I do, because oh, I love food. And if you have a food recipe as well, because I will be doing some food recipes in the month of March, let me know and then maybe we can do food recipes together. Again, not physically in my video, but you'll be there. Okay, and lastly, on a more serious note, I've been getting questions lately from you guys about how do I start like a blog or a YouTube channel, and you know, complete transparency here. I'm learning, just as many of you that are probably doing this are learning along the way. I do a bunch of research. I really take my business really seriously because I want this to become a full-time business. For some of you that don't know, I actually do have a full-time job. And it's extremely tough because the truth is I don't work a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to whenever, in the sense of sometimes I get out of work at 5, at 6, at 7, at 8. So I work 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours, and there's nothing worse than coming home and just being extremely tired and then wanting to work on something you're extremely passionate about because you want to give it your all, and when you're tired, it's just hard. So, you know, I have to self-motivate, right? So anyways, I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys about how to start a blog or how to start a YouTube channel, and I think that if you want a whole video on this, let me know. I am more than willing to share everything and anything that I have learned. Yeah, and I mean, I think it's just great to kind of share. I think knowledge is power, and if you share it, I think then we'll all be successful and happy, and I really, really believe that there is space for everyone in this world. So let me know what you want to know, girl, and I will tell you. But someone did DM me this week on Instagram and asked me to give her if I had one tip, what would it be? And I would say the most important thing is to be consistent. I cannot stress that enough. Going back to when I work, you know, 12, 13-hour days and I'm exhausted because, you know, let's be honest, I'm human, right? I get tired. I have to self-motivate myself, and the reason I have to self-motivate myself is because I have to get it done to be consistent. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, you guys do not care, nor should you, about me working a 13-hour day or 14-hour day or whatever the case may be. I want to add value. I want to have new content for you guys. I want to be able to share why I love entertaining and hosting so much, and why we should break the rules, and how come, you know, there's like all these freaking rules about hosting and entertaining that I just want to like shove out the window. So that is like what I'm here for. I want to ensure that you guys are celebrating every day, and in order to do that, I need to make sure that my message is clear and it's consistent and it is constantly out there. So I would definitely say, I won't mention your name because I'm not sure that you want me to tell. I usually ask, is it okay? And I didn't, so I'm not going to mention your name. But I would definitely say be consistent. I think one of the biggest things I have learned doing this, and I've been doing it now for about a year and a half, is that I used to look at people's Instagrams and blogs, and I'm a big, huge YouTube follower, blog follower. You know, I do what I love, and I love to watch people do, you know, have their own creative outlets. I think it's amazing. And so watching it is really not only research for me, but I really do enjoy it. So I have noticed this thing, and I have learned this to be so true. When you look at these people and everything is flawless and their pictures are amazing and their YouTube videos are phenomenal, I promise you, the easier that it looks, like the nicer it looks, the more flawless it looks, the harder they are working. Like, there is someone behind that camera or behind that blog working their butts off, literally their ass off, trying to make it look as pretty and beautiful as you see it. So if it is phenomenal, I guarantee you they are working to the point of no return to make it look that good. And I think it's a big misconception, because then you see it and you're like, oh, these people have like the perfect life or blah, blah, blah. And it's not necessarily that. It's actually not true at all. And I can tell you from experience, like, I work 7 days a week. I have to, right? And it's not for anything, because I just love what I do. And if I'm going to make it, I have to do it, right? So I think there's my long rant about my long-winded answer. As you can tell, I like to talk, is just be consistent. I think that is, if there's nothing else, if you really want to make it, you have to be consistent. I mean, hands down, it's the #1 thing. At least in my opinion. Of course, you know, what do you guys think? You know, let's share, let's communicate, let's talk about it. And if you want a video just on blogging, just on YouTubing, questions you want answered, let me know. I would love to do it. I really am passionate about the back end of my business. It's something I research and I do a lot of studying on, which, by the way, I have something to tell you because I don't have anybody else to tell that will care. But so if you guys know Gary Vaynerchuk, he is like, oh my god, he's a businessman. He's like a social media digital guru. Like he's amazing. He has a YouTube video, a YouTube channel. You must check him out. He's phenomenal. But he's also an author, and he comes out with like business books, which actually this is one of his books, which I read and I love. And anyways, he's coming out with a new book, I believe March 8th, and I was gonna buy it and I was already telling Al, I'm like, oh my god, like I need to go out and buy it and read it and like love it, because that's what I do. I've read this book I think like 3 or 4 times. And then his company emailed me. I think they realized how much I stalk him. But B, they asked me to do a review and I was like, you don't have to ask me because I was gonna do it anyway. I love it so much. So what I thought that I would do too, just to like pay it forward, and as well as I want to do a submission for one of these things that he's doing, which I think is super smart. He's doing this thing called Super 8, where you buy 8 of his books. So I am investing my own money. His company is not sending them to me or anything like that. And basically you submit your receipt, and if he picks it out of a hat, you have the chance to basically sit on one-on-one with him, and I would literally die at the chance to do that. So, Gary, if you ever watch my video. So I'm totally gonna do that, but I thought that like in the same realm, like if I'm gonna buy 8 books, I wanna share it with you guys, because I really, like I said, the things that I'm passionate about, the brands that I love, like I wanna share them with you in full transparency, whether they're sponsored or not. I'm just not gonna do something with a company that I personally would never buy or work with. So this is like real talk. I'm obsessed with him. I watch him. I follow him. I've followed his career for a couple of years now, or not a couple of years, but I think in the last like 1.5 years, I think I've been like, I found out about him and I've been watching him. So anywho, I am going to give away the books I buy. So stay tuned for the details on that, because if you're interested about blogging and YouTubing and things like that, he is like amazing at this stuff. You will learn so much, I promise. Only thing I will tell you, he does not hold back. He is a tell it how it is kind of guy. I really much appreciate that. Like, I need you to tell me like how it is. So when I can't self-motivate myself, I watch him and he tells me to stop being a goddamn baby and to man up and hustle. So then I'm like, well, if he said it, I gotta get to it. So anyways, okay, enough. That was it. Let me know if you want to see a video, of course. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you to pieces. There's my Oprah voice again. Thank you. I will see you next week. Bye. Before we go, just one more thing. I forgot to do my Endlessly Elated tip of the week. Hello, how could I forget that? I said last week that I was gonna start doing these, and of course, I got so wrapped up with Gary that I forgot. See how much I love that man? Okay, so let's do this. Endlessly Elated tip of the week. Here we go. Super easy. If you want to make scrambled eggs, and you want them to be fluffy and big and gorgeous, how they look in pictures and photos, all you have to do is add a little bit of milk. It is so simple, and those babies, you whisk the milk in with the scrambled egg, and then you cook them, and you will have these big old chunks of scrambled egg, and they will look amazing. So I hope you use this little tip to, make your life a little more endlessly elated. Thank you so much for watching now, guys. Bye.